Libra, this is going to be your December reading for 2018. I've been telling all the signs this, but as a result of being a single parent and juggling a whole lot of things and the holiday season, I won't be able to be putting out bonus readings until next month, at least in January. Along January, February, I'm finally going to be expanding. And so that means I will be hooking up this channel to social media like Instagram, Facebook, all those things. And also I will definitely have more time to be able to put free astrology classes, bonus readings, and other things on here. But for now, I'm a little bit slammed. As you can see, I apologize for these coming out so late this month. I'm sure you would understand though. And another way of looking at it is everything happens in its best timing. So, okay, at least that's what I'm going to focus on. So, for this month, as usual, happy holidays, you guys, or happy winter solstice. I hope you guys are well. And for your basic spread, as usual, I'm using the spiral deck. I've had this particular deck for a very long time, as you can see. And for your clarifiers this month, I am using this spectacularly beautiful deck. It's not a traditional tarot deck. This is called the Astrological Oracle cards, and it has the 10 planets and the 12 signs in here. And this is what they look like. They're gorgeous. It's in the Art Nouveau style. This is the backs of them. And this is what the cards look like. Hopefully you'll be able to see these okay. So, I'll show you your basic. Usually this is an 11 card Celtic cross spread, but you actually came out with 12 cards this month. So, I'm going to show you all your basic cards and then I'll get started. Your central experience for December. You had these two cards come out together. You have the Chariot and the King of Swords. Your challenge this month is Temperance. What is helping you is the Two of Wands. At your root, you have the Wheel of Fortune. In the recent past, you have the Ten of Cups. I remember this coming out for you for a couple of months in a row. Your best possible outcome is Strength. Coming up for you in the near future is the Princess of Pentacles. You right now are the Eight of Swords. In your surroundings, you have the High Priestess. Your fear is of the Tower. I don't see anything else in here backing this up, by the way. So I'm getting that this is mainly just in the realm of fears, not actual reality. And your general outcome is the Eight of Pentacles. So here we go. Pardon me, I'm on the floor. I have to readjust a little bit. Okay. And I gave up on trying to set up a donate button for PayPal to donate to my channel, and it got too complicated on trying to figure it out. It kept on expiring. We redid it like 5 different times, but it still keeps on expiring. So if there does happen to be people that would like to donate to the channel, I am putting a link down below to my PayPal ID, and you can still donate money to the channel that way instead of having to hit a button. So just figured I'd throw that out there. Put those two together. Your central experience for the month of December seems to be that you are getting really focused on plans for the future, where you want to go, what your direction is in life, what your goals are. You want to move forward, or you are moving forward. And a lot of the reasons on why you are moving forward is because you have gotten really clear with yourself on what you want. You may be having to make a major decision and assess things from a logical standpoint on where is it that you want to go, where are you going, and how to best move forward. It could be saying you are moving forward with your communication skills. This could be you're moving forward on teaching a class. You're moving forward on settling some kind of a dispute. You're moving forward with writing a book. Whatever it happens to be. It could be saying if there's somebody watching who is involved in the legal world or in something to do with communications, things are moving forward. You are almost considered a master at this point with communication. You've come very far with communication, where now you can be looked at as an authority figure with this sort of thing. This is a very no-nonsense kind of intellectual approach that just wants to deal with things as they are. This is very different from Libra energy, but your clarifier to go with these two is your card, Libra. Look, you're in your own reading. So I'm getting you are moving forward dramatically at this time because you are mingling your need for harmony and compromise and adjustment and beauty in with how you communicate, and you are able to harness in these two seemingly different approaches. One approach is very no nonsense. This is an Aquarius card, by the way. Very no nonsense, very clear, very objective. This doesn't necessarily waffle or weigh very much the way that Libra energy does. This is more about just seeing the truth and working with the truth and being extremely direct about what you observe and where you're coming from and how to deal with people or deal with communicating. This can be very organized as well. It's very organized communication. Your energy, Libra energy, is combining the art of communication in with the art of harmony or compromise or settling differences or mediating or speaking from the heart, taking other people's needs into consideration, which you guys are masters at. This is your energy. But there's something about knowing when to be what, knowing when to be more objective, when to not necessarily focus on keeping other people's needs in mind, and when to adjust and when to come off as being softer in your approach with communication, or even simply deciding. I see something in here about making a major decision, which does involve weighing beforehand. But you will know where to go, you will know what to do, and you will know what to shoot for, or how to move forward. Or you may be going on some kind of a journey this month that involves possibly teaching a course, or going to a conference, or something that involves people brainstorming together and coming up with ideas, or transference of knowledge, whether it's teaching or learning, or both. So hopefully this is making sense to you. If you do happen to have an Aquarius in your life, it is saying that things can be adjusted and things can move forward. So your challenge is Temperance. So it may be a slight challenge at this time to just consistently stay balanced and positive. or to not allow external influences, whether they're other people's emotional states, just situations around you, not to allow these things to knock you off balance. It seems as though you may be easily knocked off balance this month by other people's energy, emotions, or even just situations around you. Some of you may be overdoing it, like possibly temporarily drinking too much or eating too much or doing something too much or being extreme in one way or another. That's one way of reading it. I'm not saying that that is the truth. Or your challenge could be a Sagittarian type individual in your life, or just something about December is making you feel a little bit imbalanced or ungrounded more than usual, or it's hard for you to maintain balance or positivity with things. But keep in mind, this is just a challenge. This isn't saying that it's stopping you or you won't be able to do this. It's just a challenge to do this. What is helping you? I'm going to show it to you with its clarifier. Is the Two of Wands with Neptune. What is helping you is to believe that good things are coming to you. It feels as though you have set something in motion and you're waiting for some kind of a response back. Or you've been weighing over what course of action to take concerning your dreams. Neptune, among many other things, rules dreams. Daydreams, dreams that you have at night while you're sleeping. But in this, I'm getting your vision is extremely strong at this time. Your imagination or your emotional intelligence is giving you a lot of ideas, visions, different ways of looking at things that open your possibilities up more than before. And also believing that your dreams can be manifested in reality. They don't have to remain in the realm of dreams. And a creative, imaginative approach to things is the best possible thing you can do, as well as believing that your dreams can be manifested. It may be that a dream of yours is on its way. There may have been a dream that you have had, and you have set certain things into motion with it, and now you are waiting for a response back on how that dream will go, or how you can further this dream. But the response looks really good. It looks like something is headed your way. You are about to go someplace. It feels exciting to me. Like you may even be going on some kind of a journey that you have wanted to go on for a very long time that would make you feel completely inspired, like the whole world is opening up to you. This is wonderful. So this is what is helping you. At your root, this is interesting. You have the Wheel of Fortune. So you're feeling fortunate, or you're realizing the fortune that you do have. You're realizing that things are moving forward, or that things are evolving in a good way, and you're seeing the results of this. You're seeing luck happen. Small bits of luck, big bits of luck are happening more than usual. You may be making some major connections with people this month, or aligning yourself with some very powerful, positive people. And the reason why I'm saying that is because you have the Gemini card, the twins, with this Wheel of Fortune. I'm getting something specific that you either already have just met them, or you are about to meet some important players in your life that can help you bring your dreams to fruition, or they have a similar dream as you where you can work on this together. This can be alliances, as in alliances of people that are in a similar field as you or think similarly to you. This can be important relationships of all different kinds. There could be a love of your life on the way. There could be the perfect business partnership on the way. This could be alliances with friends, all different kinds of people. But I'm seeing that the fates are bringing you some really important wonderful people into your life. If you have felt lonely for some reason, you are no longer going to be lonely. You feel as though you have met your match, or you have met your people, or you're feeling more supported by the universe, by other people, by yourself. You're noticing positive changes happening, and that gives you a great deal of optimism. It may just be that so many changes are happening right now, and the wheel may be turning very fast at this point, that it's making you need to focus more on steadying yourself. You know, when you're about to take off in a, I almost said airplane, I suppose it could be an airplane taking off, you know, that unsteady feeling right before it lifts up or right before it lands, where the whole thing is kind of wobbling. Or when you hop onto an elevator, when the elevator initially starts, it has that kind of lifty feeling that makes you feel like you need to adjust yourself. It's reminding me of that. Or standing up on a bus or a train while it's in motion. You have to have your legs be flexible in order to adapt with the swaying and the motion of things. I'm getting something like that. So ultimately, I'm getting that the changes that are happening at this time are extremely fortunate. It just may be a little bit, you have to balance yourself a little bit more, or be flexible enough to balance. And in the recent past, you have the Ten of Cups, so I feel as though you have had a huge breakthrough emotionally in the recent past. This is the happiness card. This is the happy ending card, or the happy culmination card. I feel as though you have recently felt extremely blessed or happy with where things are headed, or how things have culminated based off of effort that you have put into things in the past. You've been feeling a lot happier. Not that you weren't happy before, but you're feeling more happy, or you have been feeling more happy than you were before that. You may have received some really good news, or a really good outcome to something. Hang on one second, you guys, I'll be right back. Okay. So this is your best possible outcome. I find this fascinating because it's two Leo cards together. And so one way that's broader that I could interpret this is your best possible outcome is to be strong in who you are, to be warm, caring, and superbly creative. There may be something that you need to take the lead on, taking a leadership role or a organizational role in something. I'm seeing you fully express your creativity to its zenith. If you kind of got a fleeting message for someone that you've been having to communicate a whole lot just to work politics, in quotations here. I don't mean you're a politician. I just mean doing your Libra thing of adjusting, trying to figure out things, trying to make decisions, speaking with people where in a way it almost felt like it was holding you back from really just being able to do what you want to do, or be creative to the fullest with what you want to be doing. And I almost feel as though you have realized that you just needed to give that up to a certain extent. You can still be yourself and be that harmonious communicator that you are. But I almost feel as if you have been doing that too much for the sake of other people, where it has actually been holding you back to some extent, because that is much needed energy that you could have been using towards something that you really wanted to be doing. And your best possible outcome is not only your general one, which is to balance those two things together, where if you have spent too much time doing your normal thing. You got to a place where you said, okay, that's it. I have to just make a decision, and I'm not going to waste my time anymore trying to adjust things. Instead, I'm just going to do something and focus on myself. I'm getting that too. But it feels like your best possible outcome is to get extremely creative. This is when you are fully just creating and doing what you want to be doing, and utilizing your life force to its best in its best possible way. So if you do have a Leo in your life or a Leonine person, your best possible outcome is to be in harmony with this person, or this person is extremely good for you and very encouraging for you. It's almost like they're your personal audience, that's fan, your personal fan that is rooting you on and leading you towards doing this more. If it's not a person, this is just saying you are fully in your creative capacities as your best possible outcome, where you can fully assert yourself in a warm way and get done what you would like to get done. And possibly even taking some kind of a leadership role. And also tons and tons of energy. If you have had a lack of energy in the past, it looks as though you, as your best possible outcome, you have the potential to have a surge of newfound energy. So in the future, coming up, you have the Princess of Pentacles. This may be your pet dream, as in what is helping you was to receive some kind of a message about furthering your dreams, or even just simply thinking about how to bring your dreams into fruition or into reality, or to go towards your dreams. And by dreams, I know it's really vague. This could be anything. If you have always wanted to go to Greece, this is you working on a game plan of how to make that an actuality, where you are going to be going to Greece. If this is deciding to start a company that you've always wanted to start, this is looking at how to imaginatively, creatively bring this into being or further this. Whatever your dream is, you know what your dreams are. That's what's helping you. So I see your dream as starting to manifest or bringing this into being in a practical, down-to-earth sense that is extremely creative, flexible, and inspiring. This could have something to do with children, possibly. It doesn't have to. Or just starting a new way, a new reality for yourself. You have Jupiter with this, so you are blessed with this. If you rein in your personal power with that Strength and Leo card as your best possible outcome, and you just decide to go for it or do something and start moving forward, you are going to have extreme luck with this. You won't have any setbacks, challenges, or snafus or anything in your way. All it takes is initiative, which I'm getting quite a bit of you have already initiated something. But this is when you're seeing the results of your initiation. And with Jupiter here, especially since you have the Wheel of Fortune at your root, this is ruled by Jupiter. And you have it with Gemini, which is, I'm reading this right now for you guys as alliances or cooperation. I don't know if you know the story of Gemini, the twins, but I've always found it fascinating. It's in Greek mythology, the twins were Castor and Pollux. I think Jupiter was their father. I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong. And I forget who their mother was, if she was a earth queen, like an earth human queen, and she may have been married to someone else. If you know anything about Greek myths, you know that Jupiter gets around. But the interesting thing about Castor and Pollux is that they were best of friends. They provided a emotional support to each other in a way that no one else on Earth could. They were half god and half human. And I think they ended up sailing with Jason and the Argonauts, and they were kind of mischievous, very Gemini. They were pirates for a while. They stole cattle from someone. They got into all different kinds of antics, but they always worked together and they supported each other. They were best of friends as well as twins. I think, if I remember correctly, one of them, I can't remember which one, came out immortal, but the other one was mortal. And so one was human, one was more in the god area of immortality. And I think something happened where in their journeys, the human mortal one twin, I forget which one it is, became fatally wounded, where he was lying there dying. I don't know if it was from a stab wound or something else. And they were so close with each other that the immortal one couldn't live without his twin brother. And so he actually went to his father Jupiter and begged for him to take his immortality away so that he could die with his brother. He didn't want to live without his brother. They needed each other. And so Jupiter ended up granting the wish, and they were able to die together. And then they were placed in the sky as the constellation Gemini. And so when I think of the twins and how close they were, to the point where one could not live without the other one. They needed each other. They balanced each other out. They were best friends. This reminds me of why people call twin flames twin flames. They're so close that they are almost the same being, or the same soul, as they say. I'm not really sure how I feel about the whole twin flame thing. I'm not discrediting it or discounting it, but it can be tricky on how people perceive this sort of thing. I think sometimes people can get carried away with it. But in any case, this is grand, powerful, fated alliances, almost as if you are from either the same soul or the same soul group that came here to do something together. There's Jupiter again with this partnership thing. And so in your future, it may be that you come up with a practical game plan and you start seeing that your dreams are coming into being. Your dreams may very well include other people to ally up with, to combine forces with, to brainstorm with, to be supported by and support them. There is nothing stopping you, and there is nothing in your way with this. This almost seems completely effortless to me. It seems as though the universe is giving you a great gift. If you have had a particular dream that you have wanted to manifest, but for a long time now, it almost feels as though you've been trying to figure out rationally how to do that, possibly with blending it with what you already have going on, or just trying to adjust space for this. But it seems as though if you just do it and express yourself fully with this, you will see instant results that encourage you forward, that expand what's possible for you. And it seems as though there really is nothing stopping you. The only thing that you have to work with in here is just maintaining balance with all of the changes. It may be that things are so lucky that you almost are expecting things to be false or not last, or just maintaining positive balance with your stance with all of this. And so you right now, I am seeing this. I'm getting that at certain times you feel extremely driven and encouraged and able to move forward and do what needs to be done. But at the same time, sometimes you battle with feelings of almost paralysis or, oh my gosh, what do I do? What I'm getting here is that if you come from a place of action, I'm looking at Mars here. If you come from a place of action where you just do something, you will have good results. If you remain trapped in your mind, now I'm looking at the Eight of Swords, with possibly doubting yourself or doubting what's possible or not knowing how to get out of the situation that you're in order to fully embrace this new reality for yourself, you can remain trapped in your own mind. You could do that for forever. And try to stay away from limiting thought patterns as far as, oh, I would never be able to do that because what would I do about the A, B, and C? Or I'm trapped in my situation that I have going on right now. How could I possibly move forward? But I feel as though you're impatient with yourself regarding this. It's like you are aware of the fact that your mind does this occasionally, and you get trapped within your own mind on what's possible for you. And you recognize this, and this annoys you. And so what I'm getting is, as long as you come more from solar, leonine, or Aryan fiery perspective with this of, you could stay trapped in your mind for forever. You don't want to do that. And you might as well just do something. So you definitely want to do something. Why not just do it? In your surroundings, I don't know if you guys know a Scorpio or you have planets in Scorpio yourself. But Scorpio got this exact combination, except it was in their best possible outcome. And so in your surroundings, you may have an important Scorpio. That's one way I'm reading this. I am getting that in your surroundings, you are getting clear messages with your intuition on how to approach your surroundings, how to deal with your surroundings, what you want in your surroundings. Trust your own intuition when it comes to your surroundings. You may also have some extremely powerful, intuitive people in your surroundings that can greatly aid you. So if you end up getting stuck in your own mind and you need a different perspective, this scorpionic person or intuitives that are in your surroundings can give you a really good objective perspective based off of what they observe and what they receive. And you should trust whatever messages you get from intuitives in your surroundings regarding things. It may also be that you are observing things in your surroundings with other people that are also taking this role. There might be something going on that is deeper than what's on the surface, in which case you need to go deep with it and really soak up the general feeling that surrounds you. You may need to, I'm getting this out of the blue, but you may need to get really selective about what you have in your surroundings as far as who do you align with, what do you focus on, what do you not focus on. You don't want anything else other than authenticity in your surroundings. If you get a gut feeling that someone isn't being truthful or is just not saying what's going on with them, trust your own intuition. Trust your own intuition with whatever rumblings you feel from under the surface of things, or the things that cannot be seen physically but can be felt. Trust what you get. And I'm not getting anything negative from this. So I am getting you need to get real clear on what is appropriate for you at this time in your life to focus on in your surroundings, and anything that is not authentic or deep needs to go for now. You need to focus on the people and situations that truly matter to you or that mean something. There may be some secrets, not necessarily negative ones, you guys, but there may be some hidden things that you become aware of in your surroundings that can aid you in figuring out what to do. So this is interesting. Your fear is of sudden, startling bad news. Or that your plan or your strategy or how you've been figuring things out is somehow delusional or not real or is going to fall apart, or that your grand ideas are going to fall apart, or you're going to receive some kind of a message that is falling apart, or your own mind is... What I am getting here is that your own mind is dramatically changing in how you perceive things and how you think about things. And this can be unsettling. At times, you may have had moments of fear of, oh my gosh, am I actually losing my mind? Am I being grounded enough? Am I being centered enough? Something about your old outlook or your old way of thinking about things needs to change. Perhaps it was safe and good for you at a certain point, but it is no longer. It's not stable anymore. Your fear may be of not being mentally stable, or because things are changing in your own mind, it's hard to get a grip, or it's hard to maintain balance and optimism with everything. But ultimately, I see this change of perspective as being a really good thing. It's just, it may be throwing you off a little bit, or you may be afraid that your ideas are going to fall apart or not work out. But keep in mind, this is just your fear. I don't see anything remotely like the tower in here. The only thing I see in here that might be connected to this is this Eight of Swords, of being something about your old way of thinking about things is no longer serving you. And you know this. You've caught yourself doing it. And you're afraid that somehow those little moments that you reach are going to mess up your actual reality. Or that something about how you're thinking of things, you will be disillusioned and it'll turn out to be an illusion. But I'm not getting that. So try to stay positive and balanced as much as possible, and focused. Don't get too carried away with possibilities in your own mind. So your general outcome is the Nine of Pentacles. And I'm seeing this as being connected to it. This is what's coming up for you in the near future. Is this brand new project, dream, reality, situation that you have initiated, and now it is happening in the future with a great deal of luck and optimism and help and blessings and expansion. If you're going to be expanding, this is excellent. This is saying that things are about to expand in a really good way. And this Nine of Pentacles, I am not getting here that you are destined to do things on your own or just have your own thing going on, because you have this at your core. You're about to be brought a lot of really powerful, beneficial people. What I am getting is that you have temporarily had some kind of internal shakeup of, just because you are changing, it can be shaky ground sometimes internally. But I see you as being on very solid ground in the future, or as your general outcome. And not only that, you will be able to manifest fully what you want, as long as you stay practical. And look, you have two opposites together as clarifiers. You have Cancer and Capricorn. They are opposites. Capricorn can represent work or goals or reputation or what you do in the outer world, how other people see you, how you provide for yourself, and what you do for a living. Cancer is the home. So it is more emotional, sensitive, has to do with your early childhood or your home, where you go to feel safe. It can have to do with home life, as in your children or family or intimate relationships of all different kinds that go on at home. And so I see you not only achieving balance and solid ground, but being able to come up with a really nice balance between your work life and your home life, or your family and what you're choosing to do goal-wise with yourself, where you're not spending too much time on one or the other. It may even be combining these two things. You may end up coming up with goals with your family, or you may end up working from home, or something, or what you end up manifesting means a great deal to you in your internal world, with your emotions and with your sense of being nurtured. You ultimately want these two things to be combined rather than separate from one another, where you feel very deeply about what you manifest. You manifest what is very important to you. Something like that. So, very nice. Hopefully that made sense or helped in some way. And I wish you all the best. Many blessings to you. Happy winter solstice and holidays in general. And you take care. I shall see you soon. Bye.